What is up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Nerd World.
Yeah.
You guys digging the new set? I kind of am. I think it looks pretty cool. I think it's very cool. A good representation of what I want the show to be like. But today, I figured we'd talk a game that just recently came out, and I'm really excited for it. We're going to tackle it today. Obviously, you can probably see it on the table. Resident Evil 2, the remake. Now, this game is so goddamn good. I don't even know where to start, I should say, exactly. Okay, well, first of all, I've been excited for this game ever since E3. I mean, I'm pretty sure all of us were. I was really hoping that they would show a trailer for it for the past 3 E3s. I've been waiting for the trailer to drop for this game, and now they dropped it last year, and it was pretty magical. It was pretty cool. It was pretty magical night. I took a shot of Fireball for that, and yeah, I felt pretty good afterwards. I'm like, yes, it's finally here. And boy, what can I say about it? It's literally the ideal remake, you know? I don't think I've ever felt this good about a game being remade, because, you know, they could have easily done what they've done with Resident Evil 1 and 0, which are the ideal way to play those games, don't get me wrong, but they could have just polished up the graphics a bit and then just put it in the old school Resident Evil 2, which I'm sure a lot of fans would be like, oh, this is cool, yeah, we like this, that's alright. But how they handled it on this is just amazing. Oh my god, it's so goddamn good. By everything. Even a little nods, in the very beginning of the game. I'm gonna spoil a little bit of it, but in the very beginning of the game, you're in, you stop at a gas station. I know it was a diner in the original, but they made it to a gas station, because I guess that's a little bit more believable nowadays. But you get to play through that, and it's kind of like a tutorial, kind of like the trailer a bit. I don't know. It's really cool. It kind of gives a story about how Claire and Leon met. It showed it perfectly fine in the original, but here it's just yeah, it's there, and it's cool. I mean, it's really cool. It's just really cool. It's made off the RE engine, just like Resident Evil 7 was, and I mean, this game really fucking benefits from it. It's really good. I'm about 2 hours into the game, and I really like what I've enjoyed so far. I really like what I've played so far. It really, it's fucking Resident Evil 2. It's goddamn Resident Evil 2, just better. So much fucking better. I love this. This game will always be in my heart. Yeah, I might not have been around for when this game came out and the hype for it, but I did buy it years later when I was old enough to grasp the idea of story in video games, and I played it, and it did have some fucking moments where it scared the shit out of me. But this, man, this is reliving all those fucking memories. Even if it was a couple years ago, this is reliving that game again. And you know what? People who were born in the 70s or whatever and grew up, or whatever, you know, the 80s, and then they played this when it first came out, I'm sure it's how a lot of new people feel when they played this for when this first came out. Because a lot of people didn't get a chance to play this, so I mean, a remake would be perfect. That's what I mean. They remade the first one and 0 to match modern consoles, just so the game's just classic. But for this, for the whole new direction they took this in, I really love it. Honestly, I think it might be just as good as Resident Evil 4, if not better. Resident Evil 4, I've synced a lot of hours into, and I want to talk about that later on the show, but I synced a lot of hours into Resident Evil 4, and just the 2 hours I played of this, it's amazing. It's, you know, Resident Evil 4 was great, I love it, but this, I don't know. I just feel this treatment they gave this, the love, the care they put into this remake is just phenomenal. And you know, I'm really also glad too. It's not really a big deal, but I'm really glad they did it. They just called it Resident Evil 2. They just called it Resident Evil 2. They didn't need to call it Resident Evil 2 Remake, Resident Evil 2 HD, or something like that. Resident Evil 2's fine. I mean, we all know. I'm sure there were some people out there who go, Resident Evil 2, but why are we going back to 2 if we had 7 already? Or why are we doing that if the last game I played was 4, 5, or 6, you know? I'm sure there's some of that, but, you know, a couple of research into 7 Resident Evil 2, I'm sure the results for this would come up as well, and you'd be like, oh, it was originally a PlayStation game, and then 64 game or stuff like that. One thing I did find weird about this is that I got the deluxe edition because I was gonna get the deluxe edition. I missed out on getting the statue, which really bugs me. Like it was like $200, something like that. I was gonna get it, but I called up my local GameStop and they were like, "Yeah, we just sold the last one, pretty much." And I was like, "Oh, damn it!" And I missed my chance of getting it. And I'm sure I could have gone online, but I just wouldn't trust that. Like, I don't know. That's a lot of money to put into online. They added this original soundtrack swap that you can have in the game. So like, it's the original soundtrack with the original sound effects and stuff like that. I don't like that you had to get the deluxe version or the other special edition version to get the soundtrack. You have to pay $3.99 if you want to get it. That's like, I mean, I don't know. That's $3.99. That's a little pricey. I feel maybe like $1. I'd be okay then. It wouldn't have been that big of a deal. It's just $1. I mean, but who cares? I mean, I can see some people going, "Oh, I don't care. I just want to play the original. I just want to play the game. I just want to play how it is," which is fine. I mean, it's great as it is, and it is. It's amazing. It's so good. The way it feels, the way it controls. The controls actually, they're a little bit wonky at first. It's like when you played Resident Evil 7 and it just shifted it to third person. It's how I feel. But other than that, I mean, no complaints really. The puzzles are the same. There's a little bit extra story. Cutscenes are beautifully made and they're all in engine, so it can just transition into the gameplay. It's really cool. It's kind of like the new Marvel Spider-Man game. It's like when he jumps out the building and he's like running on the wall and jumps and then it just swings right back into action. It's like that. But hey, let me know what you guys think. Are you guys enjoying the remake? I hope so. I mean, I'm still going to play it. I'm pretty sure once I beat it, I'm going to go right back into it and play some more, because it's supposed to have all the features, if not more, than what the original had. And that makes me really excited. So let me know what you guys think. Are you guys enjoying your copy of Resident Evil 2? I am. I'm having a blast with it. Every free second I get, I've been, trying to play the game. I've just been really busy recently. But yeah, Resident Evil 2, it's amazing. I recommend you pick it up. If you guys are stuck up on the game, I mean, if Kingdom Hearts is not going to steal you away, then you should definitely give Resident Evil 2 a shot. I feel like Capcom actually sat down and was like, "Hey, we're going to do this," right? And it's really funny too, because I actually remember a group called Invader Games, I think it was, and they were working on the Resident Evil 2 remake, and I remember a little bit of that. It was like this, oh man, I don't want to be like insensitive or anything, but they had it was like a Spanish site, and they were making Resident Evil 2 on their own, and they were making it over the third person shoulder, and they used like the model from Resident Evil 4 in his RPG suit, and you could only play as Leon. And then they reached out to them, and Capcom reached out to them and like, "Hey, can you take this down, because we want to make our own version of Resident Evil 2, and they obliged. And that's what we got. We got this. We got this masterpiece. It's so damn good. Please, you gotta go out and buy it. It's really good. I'm so glad the treatment Capcom gave this game. It's phenomenal. And with that said, I'm gonna wrap this episode up. So, thank you guys so much for watching another installment of Nerd World. Plenty more to come. I know 2018 was lackluster. I had to get that Christmas special out, and I will always have a Christmas special out. But 2019 is the year. It's the year, guys. It's the year of Nerd World. I have another show I want to bring up, and skits are going to be coming back. Not as lot as usual, but they'll be back. Nerd World and my new series, Drunk Discussions. If you want to know more about that, we'll have to find out later about what that would be. But yeah, Nerd World's back, and I'm back. Thank you guys so much for watching, and take care.